when we talk about the national budget and then also how the government now is able to get the money to support the budget, development partners, the European Union included, are part and parcel of, some of the people that we engage with. Now, this brings this narrative or perception of dependence, and oftentimes times developing countries, Tanzania included, are seen as countries that are not economically independent for many years. We just marked 63 years of independence for Tanzania mainland, and we're still dependent on development partners to support our budget. Is the European Union satisfied with the development level and us as a country leading towards being economically autonomous and not depending on support and aid? Do you think that whenever year in, year out, the EU and the Western countries and all these other development partners continue to support, to give money, and little progress is made, doesn't that perpetuate the situation?
First, it's important that we also relate it to the last question, that we are conscious that when the European Union gives what we call budget support, so when it finances the budget of Tanzania and other countries, we do it taking into account a number of indicators that are, in that case, they can use the word monitored, because it is important that we take into account that these indicators are respected and that the financial system can cope with the cooperation that we give. You are indeed right that there are still challenges that need to be overcome in many countries in Africa, in Tanzania as well, and that is why the logic of the partnership between the European Union and the countries in Africa has been evolving. We were very much in this logic of the donor-recipient relationship, and we have evolved to a different logic that is now a logic much more based on the notion of partnerships. If you see that the European Commission that used to have departments that were responsible by what we called development cooperation, has now departments that we now called international partnerships. Exactly because this logic has changed, and because we have evolved into a different kind of policy that is strongly based on the fact that we need to engage with our partners to see what are the common interests and the areas where we can more effectively work together, that more ownership is given to our partners, that we engaged more with the private sector, that it is not only an aid-based approach. And as you know, when we bring in the private sector, we bring in the different level of demands and of interest of making not only being able to support and to give, but to give an economic logic to this support. That is why the European Investment Bank is strongly present in Tanzania. Tanzania is the country in sub-Saharan Africa that has the highest level of investment by the European Investment Bank. So while we are changing this logic, we are moving into exactly, as you say, going beyond just this cooperation attitude, and making sure that there is an economic logical and the capacity to invest better on growth, on job creation opportunities, and contributing and better contributing to the a sustainable growth of Tanzania.
So